Harrison Graham here. It is mailbag time here on Chicago Bears Now. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We'll answer as many questions as we can on today's video. Let's start with a super chat. Easiest way to get on the show from Chris. Do you think Matt Stafford would work for the Bears for a year or two for a trade? Should they rebuild or as a trade? I don't think trading in division really is like that likely if you're Detroit. Could they move on from Stafford? Yeah, it's possible. Is it likely? Not really. Is it likely to an NFC North team? I'd put that at less than 5%. I don't think that's going to happen. Detroit values him too much. He's not that old yet. It's not a Matt Ryan situation. Matt Stafford's in his early 30s. We'll see what Detroit does this offseason. From Rudy was offsides. Are the Bears better off just tagging and trading Allen Robinson at this point? I get a lot of Bears fans are frustrated with that play late in the game against Detroit. Look, that was a low IQ play. You got to get the first down before you go out of bounds. There's no excuse. He'd be the first to tell you that. But this is still one of the premier receivers in the NFL playing on a bad offense. He's going to have like 1,300 yards and 7 or 8 touchdowns this year, playing for like the 28th best offense in the NFL. That's pretty impressive for Allen Robinson, and let's just call it what it is. Ryan Pace has effed this up from the beginning. There's no other way around it. He has screwed up these negotiations. He should have tried to get a deal done after last season. I get people were disappointed. There were question marks about, are they going to trade for a quarterback, which obviously they traded for Foles. What are they going to do? But they kind of just pushed Allen Robinson to the side. They paid Tariq Cohen, then he gets hurt. You got to take care of number one receivers when they become or when they get up for their contracts. And I think at this point, Allen Robinson's just annoyed, and he's probably going to try to walk. But the good news for the Bears is they can franchise tag and either keep him under the tag or tag and trade like you suggest, Rudy. But if the Bears were smarter and better run, they would have gotten this done and extended him a long time ago. Now, where will A-Rob play next season? This will be the pinned comment on today's video. Type B for the Bears, type O for other. Where will Allen Robinson play in 2021? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments. What do you think this trade? Jets get our 2021 first-round pick, Robert Quinn, Nick Foles for the number 1 overall pick. No one wants Robert Quinn. That's number 1. His contract is terrible, and he has not been good this year. Nick Foles, kind of the same, right? Like, does anyone want Nick Foles at $8 million per year for 2 more years? I don't really think so. That's not even the first-round pick. That's going to be what, between 10 and 15 probably. Quinn and Foles on top of that, that's not a lot of trade value. You're not getting the number 1 pick for that. Absolutely no way. Honestly, the Jets wouldn't trade the number 1 pick for like 7 first-round picks. They're taking Trevor Lawrence. That's very clear at this point. ARRIGO, who is our best free agent targets and who will we pick up? Also, draft day, who are we going with? I've spent more time focusing on the draft. I'll say free agents within the team. Obviously, Allen Robinson. We just spent a few minutes on him. Outside of the team, I would look at offensive linemen that are available. I think Trent Williams is the guy I would take a look at. He hasn't played that well for San Francisco, but maybe you can get him cheaper because of that. Draft day, it's quarterback and offensive line. That needs to be your first 2 or 3 rounds, and then maybe a receiver if you lose Allen Robinson, I guess. But QB and offensive line, that's what I'm looking at. Chris Ayers, does Nagy still have a job? Yes, he does. As we are filming this. Things could change any second, but historically, the Bears do not fire coaches midseason. And the fact that he has talked to the media since that game against Detroit, he talked to the media on Monday, it's not happening at least for this week. Could it happen if they lose to the Texans? Possibly, but honestly, I think they're going to wait for this season to play out. They're old school, the McCaskeys are. They'll let this season play out, and then they will reevaluate, but I fully expect Nagy and Pace to be gone unless a miracle playoff run happens. If you want everybody fired, type F in the comments section. Go ahead and do that down below. Pace, Nagy, Phillips, anyone else. If you want them all fired, type F in the comments. I should see hundreds of Fs down below based on what you guys have been telling me. Dragon King, Reaper, Josh, Red Yellow King, Judson. I'm seeing a lot of Fs in there, and I understand it. You want a fresh start. You want something new. This regime is probably on the out, so go ahead and type F. And we got face coverings on sale for you guys at chatsports.com/BearsMasks. We got this NetGator one. It's getting cold in Chicago. I'm sure you guys know that. We got 2-packs as well. It's all at the same link, chatsports.com/BearsMasks. Tons of different varieties, tons of different deals. By the way, if you order right now, you will get these before Christmas. It's a perfect stocking stuffer. Go ahead and take advantage. The deal of the day is this 3-pack and one of the other ones, this next one as well. They are $4.99. These 3-packs are usually $24.99. I'm going to do quick math here. That's like 82% off. It is a steal. That's like $1.50 per face mask. Take advantage of those 3-packs. Chatsports.com/BearsMasks, and go ahead and click that link and shop today. It's in the comments. It's in the description. Joseph is next up. Will we ever get rid of the McCaskeys? Doesn't work that way, bro. An owner doesn't get fired unless you're Steve Ballmer, the Clippers owner, and you get caught being racist on tape. That's or not Steve Ballmer's the guy who replaced him. Who was the guy? What was the guy's name, Brett? Whoever the Clippers owner used to be got fired because he was caught on tape being racist. And we're going to look that up real quick. But the only way that happens is if the league steps in and is like, hey, you're bad for our brand. You got to say Donald Sterling, thank you. That's the only example I can think of, honestly. Otherwise, the owner can do whatever the hell they want. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Danny Zeff, trade proposal. Ooh, I like trade proposals. Bears sign and trade Robinson and get a conditional 2021 fifth to Miami for the lower of 2 first-round picks and a 2021 fourth. It would have to be a tag and trade. I think that's what you meant there. Basically the same thing. Sign and trade, tag and trade. Just a detail there. 2021 fifth to Miami to get their better first or their worst first-round pick. Is that what he means by lower, or do you mean better? I don't know what you mean. That's a lot going on there. I don't think that's going to happen. Not liking it, Danny. Dragonking, if Robinson leaves, should we draft Devonta Smith or Jaylen Waddle? I don't want to be in a position where you feel like you need to draft a receiver in the first round. That's a problem because you have 2 glaring issues on this offense and really on this team right now. Quarterback, offensive line. And it's not like you're one offensive lineman away. You're multiple away. You need to replace both your tackles. Let's be honest. And you might need an interior guy as well. Although I'll give Sam Mustipher credit. He's played well at center. Maybe James Daniels and Cody Whitehair are your 2 guards. Whitehair's look good at left guard. But you need 2 new tackles. And 2 new tackles and a quarterback, you can't go a different position in round 1. That's not solving your problem. You got to figure out what's happening with Allen Robinson. Got another super chat. That's your easiest way to get on our live mailbags. Do you think the Bears could get Nick Saban as a head coach? Do Bears not shit in woods? It's not going to happen, guys. Like, Nick Saban has tried the NFL thing. He's not going anywhere. He will probably coach Bama for another 5 to 10 years, and then he'll retire. That's what's going to happen with Nick Saban. Codeine, this could be more likely. Who's better, Joe Brady or Brian Daboll? Well, go check out my my Matt Nagy replacements video that I put up on the channel earlier this week. I put it up on Monday. That's why you should subscribe and turn on notifications, youtube.com/BearsNow. Maybe those 2 guys are on my list. Who knows? Go check out the video and check out my top 10 replacements if Matt Nagy gets fired. Appreciate everybody who's already watched it, but if you haven't already, dive in right there because I spent a lot of time on that video, and you guys can get more in depth for my thoughts on potential replacements.